Hi there. On day 93, I do believe that there is a considerable change to my face. I feel like my neck has really arrived. Well, last night we went to watch a movie. We were looking to watch a Lionsgate film, but it didn't work out. It was like the screening to watch Plane, but it didn't work out. So we ended up eating at the food court, and we picked a chicken teriyaki place or a teriyaki place because I got steak and shrimp with cabbage and onion. It was really good. And then we came home and we both enjoyed the little popcorn bag I took with us to the movie theater because I was so worried to mess up on our carbs and make it really easy by taking our own bag. So I checked my sugar before lunch. It's currently almost 3 o'clock, but I checked my sugar before lunch and it was 143. So excited about that. And right now, and that was at 12 o'clock that we ate. We ate right at 12. I made chaffles. I got a mini donut maker, the Dash mini donut maker, and I found out that I thought I needed to make like the ingredients twice so that I could fill up all of the little donuts, but I found out I could use the same amount and make 8 of them, so that made me really happy. But I added some salsa to it and it made it even more like bready. So if you want kind of like an airy taste, you can add, I've added jalapeno juice. I have added now salsa. And I've actually added a little bit of heavy whipping cream to it. But checking my sugar right now, just 3 hours later, let's say 12, 1, 2, just 3 hours later, it is 172. But we had that. We had two eggs and we had some ham. Two pieces of ham, 2 eggs, and I say we because I got to make that for Celia. She's going back to school here soon, and I will miss her because she has been such good company, and I really missed her because I thought we were gonna be able to share every day together, but all last week the girl was sick, and since she had COVID, she quarantined with her dad in the other wing of the house, I guess. Since the garage is converted into 2 rooms, they were in there. But I'm really happy to see that my sugar is at 140, staying consistent with the 140 reading. And this is what feels like a whole other week of getting these good readings, like 160, 140. Like we're really headed to exactly what we need for baby. I think that when we come back from vacation, we will be ready to start working on insemination. We have a vial of sperm at the clinic already, so we won't be far from doing what we need to. I imagine I'm just gonna I don't know if we'll have to go through all the steps because I've done a lot of the steps already. Like when you go, you have a consultation that like sets you up for like all the meetings, because when you start working on insemination, you have to go like almost every single week, and they check something and then they do something for you. But once you have your period, you go in, they check to see how your eggs are, if there's anything there that has matured enough that will help like get you pregnant. Then like a few days later, you go back in to get inseminated, but they give you some medicine and all this. But we had to go so often, so I am very excited about all those things. I think that we'll be making our move there, and I can't wait to share all of that. I keep thinking like those people that are following me that I may not know, like you're really in for a treat, because I'm not going to share with, like, I'm not putting on my social media what I'm doing. I've put it on my Instagram, which is Confessions of a Gordita. Like, I've put my YouTube on there. So those people that have looked at my Instagram lately, that have found me, like, I welcome you here, because I'm about to share like a real adventure, not just, not only that I'm getting healthy and that I'm figuring it out and that I'm sharing the tips of how I'm learning to improve my diabetes, but also my walk to insemination. So I really welcome you here today, because I've never felt more excited or more confident that we will be pregnant this year than I am right now. Seeing my number staying at 143 after I had popcorn at 9 o'clock. I made those little everything bagels, kind of like a calzone, and put cream cheese and pepperoni in the middle, and they came out so good. So I just had one for dinner, and then we had, and that was like about 5:30 when I didn't think we were gonna make the movie. So then we ate when we got there, which was probably about 7 o'clock. And then when we came home, we had popcorn. So I didn't really intermittent fast yesterday. So seeing my number be 143 at that time is really encouraging. And finding my number to be like 170 after 3 hours had been unheard of. So, and I'm not eating yet. It's 3 o'clock. I promised myself I wasn't going to, because I'm starting to feel like I'm wasting my strips. Like before, in the beginning, I really needed to know, kind of like how things are moving along. So I was checking my sugar often. I check it 3, 4 times because I wanted to see that it was lowering. It was staying at 200, but last 2 3 days we haven't seen, no, last 2 days, don't get it twisted, right, Selena, keep it together. The last 2 days we have not seen a 200 number. So I don't want to keep checking my sugar and finding those kind of numbers when I'm looking for my fasting number. I'm looking for, what am I doing? You've gotten up, you've taken your insulin. We don't need to know right then, right? Because we're already taking care of ourselves. So I've taken my medicine. And then once my medicine is usually activated, and in process through my body by the time it's lunchtime. So that's when I'm gonna check my sugar from now on. So now I'm just making sure that I'm checking my sugar before I eat. Mandy's like, oh babe, I need you to check your sugar 3 times a day. I'm like, no, I don't really need to do that. Plus I'm running out and having to buy strips often, and I just don't want to be in a place where like, oh, I don't have any strips. It's possible, right? Like, it's possible doing it this way too, but at least I could go longer than a month without having a refill, because I get 50 for $10, so it can be expensive. I once used like the freestyle, I think it was called, and I put it on my shoulder and I would knock myself and it would fall off, and I don't want to go back to that. I'm okay with doing this, and I really am kind of big on not wasting money now as well, and finding good places to save, and I think that that's going to be a good place, because $10 like every 2 weeks, it can become expensive. So, but I'm really happy to see my neck, to feel like my face is getting smaller. That's something that I was getting really discouraged by. So I'm being really honest recently and sharing, how I felt about my face. Like, these things were really bothering me. I don't feel that way right this moment, and that's really encouraging. So, and I'm wearing like a tighter shirt today. I've drank a lot of water, so I'm a little bloated, and I'm on my monthly. My little dog again is in here making messes, so let me clear some of that so you don't see I'm a hot mess. But this is what I look like today. So yeah, it's been a good day, and super excited to report that I am having 140 at my check-in for glucose today, and 170 now. As it's only been 3 hours. Like before, I'd say something like 3 hours is kind of a long time, but this is big, man. I'm really excited about it. I'm more excited about the pictures that we'll have in New York too. And Mandy has made a real transition. People are actually telling her like, hey, you look like you've lost weight. And yesterday I got my first person that told me too, like, hey, are you doing something different? And I'm like, yeah, I'm intermittent fasting and going low carb. So it's so nice to hear that I'm encouraging other people, because it helps me stay focused. So happy day 93.